Welcome to the Penultimate Conquest podcast, where we talk about video games, everything, and everything video games, and cats apparently.
Sorry.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I'm your host, Ruben Guerrero, and today I have with me John, Ryan.
Hello.
Sorry, John.
Hey.
Ryan, and Nick.
Peace.
So, let's get down to the topic of today, which is the recap of the Xbox Games Showcase. How do we feel about that?
I liked it.
I also liked it. I was very surprised. You know, it dawned on me while I was watching it how I think it was like the first 15 minutes they were like, all these games are gonna hit Game Pass the first day they come out, and I was like, shit. I guess they really are like they're out of the console wars. Like they're not focusing on our box is better, or like they're not focusing on that. They're just focused on the people, and that just clicked on me. I don't know, because we spoke about this last time, but I don't know what it was. It clicked with me like, shit. Okay, all right, here we go. What did everybody else think? Sorry for rambling.
It's all good. I thought it was
that impressed.
You can go.
Yeah, so a lot of the coolest stuff they showed, were mostly just pre-rendered trailers, and for either new IP like Avowed or with Fable, we don't know what Fable's going to look like since it's been like almost 10 years since the last Fable. So for me, it was kind of like, we know the stuff we know what it's going to look like looks like more of the same, and the stuff that we want to see we haven't really seen. We just know it exists. But that's just me.
Okay. Ryan, go ahead.
I thought they had a strong showing. I also think the Game Pass thing is a big plus for all those games. It makes even some games I wouldn't play just because it's on Game Pass day one, just so I can be in the conversation of people talking about it, get my little piece of it. Because I have Game Pass now, I can do that without having to spend $20 to $60 on a brand new game.
Yeah.
I think that's a very big win for them. Backing away from the console war idea to it's a console. We have our own console, yes, but we're building a bigger platform for these games to be on.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree. Just like with Grounded that just came out yesterday. I mean, everybody's talking about it on social media, and they got me to download it. I'm going to try it tonight, so I agree.
It's super fun. I played it last night.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's awesome. Awesome to hear.
Try it this weekend. Now, let's get to the biggest topic of all. They started with Halo, and Halo didn't look that good. We all know that it didn't look that good. I'm a little concerned that it's not going to look that good. It's so close. What we have, let's say if it launches in November, we have August, September. That's in 2 months. And
Expected to go gold in October.
Oh yeah, August.
I say.
I was way off. August, November.
It's fine. There's some jumps.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's less than 5 months. And I saw something that nobody was really talking about. That demo was on PC, which was weird. Like, why didn't you show off on the Series X?
Was it confirmed that it was on PC? I haven't heard about that.
It was confirmed that it was on PC. I got it here.
I think it has more to do with the COVID situation, where it's probably a harder time for certain people to get the access to, what are they called? Dev kits for the Xbox One or Series X. I think it's mostly just that, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably also easier to stream from the PC.
All right.
Yeah, no, I have it pulled up here. Built on PC.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Because it didn't.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard of it. That's the first I've ever heard of it.
It's because they didn't say anything. They just assumed,
Yeah.
like everybody thought it was on Xbox Series X, and they weren't gonna. Why would you correct somebody? You know.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw from Halo. Everything that besides the graphics wise, everything that I saw about Halo looks fun. I like that they're going back to an actual Halo ring. I like that. I don't really know much about the Banished, so I'm excited for a new enemy. And yeah, grappling hook looks pretty fucking cool.
The only problem I had with it is I haven't played a Halo since Halo Reach, and I've seen like some gameplay snippets here and there at like the conferences, and that reminds me of exactly what I did in Halo Reach, minus the hook shot, which does look cool. Hook shots in games make games better, so I'm excited about that. But it really does look like just more Halo to me.
Yeah, and I feel like that was the safe thing for them to do. Like, we tried screwing with the formula with Halo 5. Let's not risk it, and let's go back to the basics.
I think the risky part of this Halo is going to be what they do with multiplayer. I think they're going to do something weird with the multiplayer.
Yeah, they definitely, like we said last week, they're definitely doing a battle royale, but it's not going to come out with at launch.
Nah.
Yeah, well, me personally,
But,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think Halo, if it doesn't look super great, like, and graphics wise, and I think I'm okay with that. If that game runs flawlessly at 60 frames on an Xbox Series One X, 4K, all systems going, and it just runs perfectly, no pop-ins, no nothing. That game can look a little rough, and still, if the shooting is strong and the mechanics behind it are strong, I think it will be a great game.
Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, well, with me personally, I'm not too worried about multiplayer because I feel like they've been nailing it since Part 4, 343.
They have.
The thing that I am worried about is the campaign, the single player, because what you said right now with Part 5 going in a weird direction with the whole lock thing. I'm pretty sure they already said that they heard the fans say that they did not like lock at all, and that you are going to be able to play Master Chief for the full game of this one. What I did see from that demo is, yeah, the graphics are kind of not that great, but for me personally, I think with the Halo single player, I think the gameplay is what's the most fun of that, and also the fact that you're gonna be Master Chief again the whole game, and the way it kind of gives off the vibes of Part 1, which is a really big plus for me.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how it comes out, how the reviews go. Let's
solid 8.
Solid 8. You really want to make that prediction? Solid 8.
Solid 8. I don't see this game being a 10 out of 10 or not even a 9 out of 10. It's a solid 8.
Really?
I'll go with a 9 then. I'll put in some controversy here. I'm going with it's going to be at least a 9.
All right, I'm gonna write these down.
Because I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're right.
Split vote, and that's going to be, I can see the campaign. If the campaign is better than the multiplayer, I can see that being an 8. But if it actually does end up being a battle royale and it's everything where we want, where it's like 100 Master Chiefs dropped into an area with warthogs and spaceships and guns and all this shenanigans, I can see it being a 9. And people being like, yeah, it's a disappointment that the campaign is only so, but Halo Battle Royale hits right there.
That sounds fun. 100 Master Chiefs.
Well, I think what they probably might do, well, a bunch of websites might do, is that they'll rate the story by itself, and then they'll do like the multiplayer side, like they've been.
People have been doing that more often.
I think they've been doing that with the Call of Duty games.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Ryan, you said a 9, right?
Yeah, I'm going 9.
John, what about you?
I'm gonna go 8, because I think people are more excited about the campaign than the multiplayer at this point. Because the multiplayer in Halo has always been steady.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go.
Well, if we're gonna give two different reviews, I think an 8 for the campaign, and I'll give a 9.5 for the multiplayer.
Oh God.
I'm going 9s across the board.
You're setting your expectations pretty high. Pretty high. John, multiplayer. What do you think it'll get?
8. Or no, multiplayer 9, campaign 8.
Okay. I'm gonna go with campaign is gonna be a 7. Now I
Ooh.
say this because open world is what I don't like. Like I like it, but I also don't like it at the same time. They're gonna have too much stuff or not enough, which obviously you can go either way with that. But I don't know. I'm concerned about it, but yeah.
I think Halo can do a decent open world if it's like if they really lean in on the vehicles and make sure that there's always cool stuff to do with the vehicles. If they focus too hard on like exploration and items, I don't think like looking around and lore stuff. I don't think that's where Halo succeeds. I don't think people are really excited to look for like audio logs and text blocks in a Halo
Yeah.
game.
I definitely. I guess they probably might focus heavily on that with what's this lady's name? The one that created the armor.
Halsey.
Yeah, Halsey.
Professor Halsey?
Yeah.
Halsey?
I feel like she's probably gonna end up like you're probably gonna end up chasing her for something, and she's gonna leave back a bunch of audio logs. Let's go with the next one on the list. We're only talking about the exclusives. We're not doing. Oh, I have here. It says here, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're not touching that again. As Dusk Falls, which was by Interior Night, which looks a little weird.
It was that comic book style.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of that.
Me, I love that. I love those type of games. The Quantic Dream, the like Until Dawn, and all those games. I love those story games, so I'm down for this one.
Okay. Anybody else have an opinion?
Oh.
on that?
So I'm one of those types that after I watch a movie, I'll rewatch it and like rewatch the special features. This looks like when you're watching the animatics for a CGI section of a movie, where it's like halfway done. So like it seems like it's animated, but it's like going from pose to pose. I'm not a big fan of that style. I would rather it just look like a visual novel or like in an RPG where like you have like the small character models, but then like the big text faces for the text boxes. It didn't really catch my attention, and I'm into like narrative games if they're good, but I couldn't really pay attention.
I think I'm a big Life is Strange guy, so I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, the story looks very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Again, sorry, it might look interesting. It's just like graphics don't.
Hey, but it'll be on Game Pass. So you can just try for free.
This is true. This is
True.
true. The next one on the list is Avowed, which is Obsidian. Everybody's pretty hyped about that.
Yeah.
So
Obsidian really coming at Bethesda with
Oh yeah.
Avowed and Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if Bethesda's going to be scared of this or keeping an eye on this one.
Most likely they will be.
Yeah.
you have to remember that the next thing Bethesda's working on is the sci-fi Starfall. No,
Field.
Star something.
Starfield.
Starfield. And they said that game is probably going to be out in like 4 to 5 years, and they're not doing Elder Scrolls until after that. So Obsidian just has free reign over first-person fantasy RPG right now. And then on top of that, apparently in a couple places they were saying that this is in the Pillars of Eternity universe.
That's correct.
I heard
So
about
I think
that.
that's interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. I've never really been a Pillars of Eternity guy, but that looks exciting to me. So I'll be pretty head into it, you know.
Give me a sword, give me a dragon, I'll play it.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish
I'm
we
down
could have
for it.
gotten more of an idea of what the universe is like, because all we know is that there's people that pledge vows and you can do magic in your left hand and swords in your right, and that's it. So
Okay.
you're excited for the genre, but not necessarily the world.
And also, I'm pretty sure this game's probably not going to come out to like what 2022,
Oh yeah, I don't
2023,
think
maybe
it's
years out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, not. Yeah, definitely.
The next one on the list is Fable, which we kind of all predicted.
Yeah, that was the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
We even knew the developer and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, that was kind of a letdown that they ended the conference with that because, like I said, everybody knew about this, and I was hoping for something that we didn't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Fable, yeah, there it is.
You should have ended with Halo, you know?
No.
Should have ended with Halo. Yeah. Especially after that. Yeah, you should have ended with Halo.
It kind of annoyed me that we didn't get a sense of like what they're doing with Fable. Like we know it's going to be a little comedic like Fable has been, but like we don't know if there's like a major art style change or what this world is going to look like. And that's something you could do with a CGI cutscene.
Yeah.
So that was frustrating to me.
I mean, but
That kind of
Yeah,
gives me the impression that it's probably like years out also.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. From this, that it was. What about like a minute long trailer and then the logo?
yeah.
This game is not coming out. I'm gonna say 2022.
I will also say, well, I'm going to say 2023. I think they
Yeah.
just probably started it when they were doing the like the whole leak was happening when they did it on Twitter and stuff.
And that was about, what, 2 years ago? I think they're probably 2 years in already.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see that a bunch of Rocksteady people are working on the Fable? They moved to Playground?
I heard that today, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting because a lot of story writers from Arkham Knight, and I didn't love Arkham Knight's story. So,
I mean,
I also heard there was a rumor that it might be an MMO. So
I keep hearing that one going around.
we shall see.
we shall see.
Forza, I mean, it's Forza, you know. Racing game.
It's there.
very
I-
realistic
it-
cars go vroom.
Yeah. The Gunk,
I'll play it.
which gave me Ratchet and Clank vibes, like as soon as they opened with it, which is very exciting. Coming from Thunderful Publishing, I don't know that.
Out for a second. Could you say the title of this game again?
The Gunk.
The Gunk. Ah, yeah, from the SteamWorld guys.
Yep.
I'm vaguely interested.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks weird, but you know, I'm all for it. Again, like I said, it gave me Ratchet and Clank vibes, which is exciting.
I think it's good that the Xbox is getting something that like sticks out from the usual stuff.
Yeah.
Because even with like Avowed and Fable, that's still very much like gamer-ass gaming video games for hardcore gamers. So having something a little kid-friendly, a little cheeky is nice.
And it looks fun.
Yeah, it does.
hmm
Phantasy Star Online 2. The new Genesis. Yeah, I don't. It's there.
So
not my
I play
type of
Fantasy
thing.
Store.
Not my type of
It's
thing.
fun.
I love weeb shit. I'm not into MMOs, so this is like a weird like something I could be into, but I'm totally not. I don't know why this needs to be on Xbox. But I guess free MMO if you get Game Pass, so that's good.
Yeah. Stalker 2 is the next game, which looks
one?
Stalker 2.
All right, this one got me hyped. This was my get hype
It
moment.
also got me a little hype, but it also gave me the. Did you guys see the Invisible Man, that new one that just came out? Well, a couple.
I
months
saw
ago.
it.
It gave me
No.
that kind of vibe, which
I
is
agree.
yeah, which is pretty cool. I'm very interested to see. I know that Remedy is doing the single player.
No, that's
campaign.
Crossfire. That's Crossfire.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ooh, and I'm definitely not talking about the right game.
So we're talking. So you're talking about Crossfire.
Oh,
right
I
Oh.
was actually talking about Crossfire. Sorry. Yes.
now. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
My head got mixed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Crossfire looks pretty good. excited.
Back to Stalker.
That's
I haven't even played the first one, so I'm hoping they'll somehow port the first one or something.
Probably.
I'm very interested to see how they're going to get this game to play on a console with a controller, because this is like an Arma 3 style shooter on the PC that has you using the whole keyboard for everything. Like, that's going to be a lot of things to put onto a controller. I'm interested to see how it's going to play. But I played Stalker 1. It's a really fun game, fun franchise. Definitely interested to see it. Now, Crossfire, isn't that already out, like, in the Chinese market? Isn't that, like, a Chinese game coming to Xbox?
The multiplayer is, if I'm not mistaken.
The multiplayer has been out for a few years,
Yeah.
and then Remedy
Yeah,
ran
it's
the
like, it's
campaign.
really popular over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That game looks fucking cool.
I'm down for that. A Remedy first person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
The next game was State of Decay 3, which was just the trailer. Looks good.
Trailer looked good until the very end when the deer
Popped out.
yelled, roared. I didn't like that. That was kind of
That's
Like
very
what?
specific.
kind of silly. No, just the deer growling
Oh,
is just
okay. All right.
silly in general.
Well, how else do they tell you that it's that game, you know?
Not like that.
Well,
I was just like-
because I was watching a podcast, and apparently zombie deers have never been in state of decay, so that wouldn't really give it off. Other than that, it's a zombie game.
Okay. Yeah, Go ahead.
My problem with I can't tell the difference between like State of Decay and Dying Light and all of these like zombie games that just have zombie titles of dead and decay stuff, but that's just me. I don't know. It's just another thing that kind of rolls into that mush that is like gory, violent Xbox games for me.
Well, for me, before they popped up with the dead or undead deer, I was like, oh shit, is Xbox trying to pull off like a Last of Us, you know? And
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, but you know.
I was just like, I'm like, this is gonna be. I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, this is Dead Rising. Is this like a Dead Rising game? I kept thinking.
Was saying to myself Undying Light until I saw State of Decay, and I was like, oh, it's that other dying dead thing franchise.
Now, if they can launch this one, play it actually not broken, that'd be great. Because the past two State of Decay games have been real buggy for like the first 3 weeks of them being out.
Yeah.
So that game.
Next one on the list was Tetris Effect Connect, which got me a little excited.
I love the music.
Yeah, I love the music. I love Tetris Effect. I'm excited for multiplayer. So it's going to be probably like competitive online, which is like Tetris 99, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Just one-on-one.
Just a basic
I thought
Tetris
it would be
multiplayer.
Yeah, I think it's probably just one-on-one.
Yeah.
Which-
Yeah, 1-on-1 to 4 people
1v3
playing.
or for
Yeah.
free for all.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, definitely cool. Tetris Effect was the whole reason I bought a VR PlayStation VR, and I'm just more Tetris Effect. Give it to me.
Yep. The next game on the list is Warhammer 40,000, Dark Tide from Fat Shark.
I know almost nothing about this series.
Me either.
So
I've heard of it.
Um,
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
So this is so they have a fantasy version of Warhammer, which is just basic Warhammer, and then 40K, which is in space. They had a fantasy game called Vermintide, which is just their version of Left 4 Dead. So this is a space Left 4 Dead. Instead of fighting goblins, I'm fighting aliens. That's pretty much what they're doing here.
So would you say it's...
Know that
So if you're into Left 4 Dead style games, it's on
I
Game
did not
Pass.
know that Warhammer was separate from Warhammer 40K. That's interesting. But yeah, I when I saw the Tide, I knew that I've heard of Vermintide, and I'm aware that it's Left 4 Dead but different. So I didn't know this is space Left 4 Dead now, but I knew it was like a Left 4 Dead style game.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Game Pass, you know? Next game on the list was Destiny, but we're not talking about that. Everwild, which we still didn't nobody knows what the fuck this game is, and I don't even think Rare knows what the fuck this game is.
Everwild was so disappointing to me because like everything about that I loved, and I was like, so what is the game? I love this world, I love everything in it. What is the video game? And they were like, it's game.
Yeah.
I heard some people talking that it might be like they're doing what they did with the pirate game, but like it's just a nature like
Sea of
shaman
Thieves?
game.
Ah,
Sea of
that's what
Thieves.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, so it's
Probably
like-
the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't excite me as much as like a game with like a story or an open world adventure, as opposed to just like dicking around with your friends with wolves.
I was really hoping for Conqueror's Bad for a day, you know. But
Yeah.
Banjo 3.
I watched that trailer. It's like, well, this is Everwild. Cool. It's here.
Yeah, Game Pass.
I'll try.
I don't think we're ever gonna get those from Rare itself, but Microsoft could definitely hire a third party to do something like that, to do the Conquer or dive into those iconic franchises that people want to see.
No
Yeah.
Perfect Dark either, which was kind of a
Ah.
thing.
I think that's gonna be the next conference where they say sometime in August.
Yeah. Like probably, most likely they're gonna wait for Sony to see what they have, and then they're gonna pull out some big guns. Oh yeah, it hasn't come out yet, but we're kind of just announced it today, and even the developers don't know that they're gonna work on this.
Yeah, one of those moments.
Yeah. Grounded, we already talked about, which looks pretty cool. Like I said, I was gonna
Sweet.
Yeah. The Medium, which scared the shit out of me.
That's a very
To me,
interesting game.
This is the highlight of this conference to me. This is what made me most excited for Game Pass or a Series X. It looks really interesting, and they showed gameplay, and you have a distinct idea of what that universe is like and what you'll be doing in it. And I got really excited.
Oh my god, it was just so creepy, but like also I kind of want to try it.
One of the things I like yeah, you can go ahead.
As soon as I saw that creature with the long limbs,
Yeah.
I was like, nope, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
Game Pass.
What got me the most is that usually these kind of creatures are always like scary, like monstrous things. You don't know what they are, but this one talks to you and he like makes fun of you, and I'm like, that kind of creeps me out more personally.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what were you gonna say?
That looks good.
Okay.
Good.
The next thing that they showed off was The Outer Worlds: Peril on Gorgon, which we
I tried Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds or Wilds? It's Worlds,
Outer
right?
Worlds, yeah.
I did try that when it came to Game Pass last year, and I probably put maybe 20 hours into it, but I didn't really get I didn't really get into it.
I was hoping for Fallout vibes, and I kind of got them, but not really.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is space. I played, I think, about 10 hours and was completely satisfied.
Yeah.
This reveal made this the most obvious that Xbox only cares about Game Pass, because this did not feel like a Series X promotion at all. It was like, hey, do you remember that game that came out last year that a bunch of people kind of liked? DLC. Get excited. And I was like, cool, I guess.
Wait, is this coming to Game Pass?
I'm sure it is.
don't
I think so. I'm not sure. At the very least, it's just to get hyped for something you probably still have on Game Pass.
Yeah,
Well, they did say everything in the conference was going to be on Game Pass, so I'm sure the
This is
DLC would be.
this is true. The next one was, I'm gonna say it, Jack Black's Psychonauts 2. Because
Yes.
it was heavily
The-
Jack Black.
Such a bait and switch for me, because I saw Jack Black and I was like, Brutal Legend 2? Super Brutal Legend? Are we getting a Brutal Legend? But it's always nice to see Jack Black, and Psychonauts 2 looks really cool.
Looks like a trip.
A literal trip.
Yeah,
First one-
the first one was apparently free for a few hours yesterday morning. No, Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning. But I
Shit.
missed it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was late at night.
damn.
Only for 3-4 hours. Now it's back to $10.
I mean,
It's probably super cheap because it's backwards compatible as well, so you can buy it on Xbox One and get the 360 version. Be fine.
Yeah.
The next game was Tell Me Why by Don't Nod.
Tell me why. Do every time.
Every time. This was pretty cool. It was kind of weird. Like, what I kind of want to know more, which is the point of the trailer. But like, it's interesting. I think I might get this one. Again, Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story is something that I don't think any video game has ever tried to tell or do. Not that I can think of. And I'm really excited.
It's definitely the first story centered around a trans playable character made by like a major studio, like an actual studio that isn't like an indie studio working on a super cheap budget. So I'm really happy. I think this is also a good example of a good Game Pass game, because some people who might be like, I want more diverse stories, but I'm not really into narrative games. I never play Life is Strange or anything like that because I don't like the David Cage type thing, but they'll just pick it up, so that's good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
The next game on the list was Balan Wonderworld, and I can tell you, I don't remember this at all.
So the reason why I don't remember this is this was actually the last game of the pre-show, because I tuned in early to the show, and this is actually my personal highlight. It is a 3D platformer made by the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, and working with Square Enix of all people.
Yeah,
and so it has this weird, and it has this weird mix of the main artist is the guy that worked on Nights in a Dream. So it basically looks like Nights in a Dreams combined with Super Mario Odyssey. And then it has like a bunch of unique costumes, and each costume gives you a different moveset. And it's not just like A does this now, B does this now. It's like a totally different things when you're in midair and stuff. It looks really fun to me. It looks like a triple A 3D platformer, which I don't think we've had. That isn't just like we remade all the Spyro games, we remade all the Crash games. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, this was in the pre-show, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that they didn't put it into the main show, because this looked pretty good. I'm excited for this one.
Well, they wanted to.
There were things they could have cut from the show.
So,
Yeah, this isn't a first-party game. It's actually coming to PS4 and Switch, so
Yeah,
I'm probably not going to get it for Xbox.
Yeah, Switch.
Yeah, I'll probably get it for Switch.
Definitely look.
Dragon Quest.
That's a
was the
Switch
next game, but we already, next one was Echo Generation by Coco Cucumber, which kind of seems like a ripoff of Stranger Things.
Oh, that game.
I don't remember.
Yeah. That was also in the pre-show. And it looked really cool. I liked it. It also gave me some Earthbound vibes, which I'm all in. It's a turn-based adventure game about a gang of kids investigating supernatural occurrences in their small town. Complete quests, battle monsters, and level up your party to save your hometown from danger in a heroic tale of childhood adventures. Which I feel like they pulled that off of Earthbound.
Yeah, it's not.
But okay, it looks good.
Seeing this than Outer Worlds DLC or more Destiny stuff. Like, this sounds way cooler than those things, or like Phantasy Star Online 2 update, which wasn't really fun. Like, the Fantasy Online 2 stuff wasn't Phantasy Star Online 2 has been on Xbox, and what they showed was an expansion to it. So I rather would have gotten this brand new game.
Yeah, and plus that art style looks kind of good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exo Mecha. Brand new free-to-play online competitive first shooter that takes place in Omeka, a new and untouched planet with exotic environments.
I feel like this was gonna be another generic shooter that everybody's gonna forget pretty soon.
Yeah. The next game was Hello Neighbor 2.
That one's a shocker. I did not expect that at all.
That was a shocker, but it also creeped me out with that fucking mask. Like, that was looked good, but again, it's another Hello Neighbor, you know.
Yeah, I feel like Hello Neighbor and then that one Insomniac game, they're both like those games that aren't really like good or popular games, but when you go to GameStop, they have like a ton of merch since they're GameStop published games.
Yeah.
And so you're like, I guess people are into this, so but I guess people
No.
were actually into Hello Neighbor.
I know kids really like Hello Neighbor because it was big with like streamers that they watch.
Oh,
and
that
stuff.
makes sense.
I like Hello Neighbor. It was pretty fun. Up until the son of a bitch caught me. Next one on the list is Forza Horizon 4, which I guess we kind of already guessed. Get another racing.
Is that on the pre-show? Is that coming to X? Did that get an Xbox Series One X announcement?
Yeah, it says here newly optimized for Series X.
Okay, it's one of the optimized things. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah.
the Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah. Let's see. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, over it.
I'm excited to see where Xbox will go this generation. I think I have a newfound faith in that they know what they're not that they know what they're doing, but like they're forging a new path, so to speak. And I'm excited to see where the path takes them.
I'm kind of shocked that they're still getting a lot of hate because of Game Pass. Like, oh, I can play these games on PC. Like,
Yeah, I don't really get that either.
I'm pretty sure Microsoft is okay with you playing their games on PC as long as you get the subscription.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a hell of a deal. That I'm surprised also that nobody really is talking about how great this is.
Yeah, and I don't hear anybody saying, "Oh shit, well, all those games are on Game Pass, so like I should probably get Game Pass." And especially
all I'm hearing is about how Halo doesn't look great.
Yep.
And like how Xbox is just dead on arrival. I mean,
Yep.
It's not. They're gonna do just fine.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Game Pass outshined the idea of the Xbox Series One X with this conference. I'm more hyped to see what they do with Game Pass than a console at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they'll have any trouble selling a console. Nah.
Will this now? Nick brought up an excellent question last time. Does this change your mind on when you're going to get the Xbox Series X?
Day one.
Day one. Oh,
I'm an Xbox guy.
of course.
Makes sense.
Halo makes me want to say whenever Halo comes out because I'll need to play that.
I mean, they said
They
So-
want it to be at launch.
It's launch because they keep wording it like it's not launch.
They keep wording
Keep saying,
it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be at launch. Like you can't.
I hope it's launch, not like which one of those games where it's like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, no, they have to do it at launch.
Yeah.
Yes and no. For me, I think if Halo gets good reviews, story wise, then yeah, I'll probably buy it. Not day one, but I'll just when I get the cash for it. But definitely by the end of this year. Right now, I'm curious to see how they're gonna roll out xCloud, and I'm excited.
We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, I'm excited for me to finally play a xCloud, video game on my iPad with a controller.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd definitely be cool.
Is it on Apple already? I thought it was just on Android.
No, it's not on it's not on Apple. It's just on Android.
Okay.
But I would assume that you release it on Apple when you bring
I hope.
it out. Yeah. But just excited to play some games on the go.
Does that mean Stadia is dead?
Kind of. And that kills me.
So, if Google wasn't the type of company that as soon as something stops having any forward momentum, they cut it out, I would say something like never say never. They could always try harder and do something with it. But Google loves being like, oh, we're just going to stop doing this. Like if they cut Hangouts, a service people were actually using and were happy with, then they're going to definitely cut Stadia at some point.
And it's such a shame because
Oh no.
it's such a great box.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That reminds
Wow.
me. Have you seen that image of like there's a girl like hugging a what was that game? Sky Collector's Edition, and her boyfriend is like she was getting excited about a pre-rendered trailer, so I give her the disappointment box,
Oh god.
which is funny because 3 years later now everyone's like, No Man's Sky is good now, so it's okay. But Stadia is a disappointment box.
Yeah, Stadia needs some type of Game Pass subscription as well, but
they need a Game Pass. They need games. Like
They need
Yeah.
games that aren't 3 years old. That's what Nintendo learned with the Wii U. It was like, hey, you want to play Batman Arkham City on 2013? And I was like, no, that game's 4 years old.
it's really upsetting, you know? It's really upsetting. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Do we have any other topics we want to touch?
I didn't say when I'm gonna get the Xbox Series X, and
Sure.
I'm probably gonna stay just. I've never had a gaming PC. I think now is a good time for me to pick one up, and I'm probably just gonna be PS4, Switch, or PS5, Switch, or whatever comes after that from Nintendo, and PC. But what I will say is I'm probably not gonna get Games Pass because I'm probably gonna just switch between PS4 or PlayStation and Nintendo exclusives, and if I ever have a drought between them, then maybe I'll just pick up whatever is going on in Xbox then. But I don't think, from the way I play games, it doesn't make sense to have a subscription when I'll probably mostly be playing Nintendo games or Sony games.
Do we think that they're gonna go free online play?
no.
No.
Well, I changed my mind. Yeah. I think they will. I think it will be the smart thing to do.
I think.
I think when Game
Yeah, go ahead.
I think when Game Pass goes out onto like other platforms, I think they'll have to, because I don't think someone who will only be using Game Pass on their phones is going to be excited to be like, so I got to pay for Games Pass and Xbox Live Gold to game on my phone. I guess I don't know how that works because I
Well,
can see
right-
that confusing people.
Right now, this is one subscription. The Game Pass Ultimate is like $15 a month. It's the
Yeah.
Game Pass, and then you get to play online.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if I don't think they're gonna slash that price by $5 or something. I'm sure they'll just keep that.
I can see them getting rid of Xbox Live Gold and just pushing the Xbox Game Pass price.
Yeah, I see them letting people play online for free, and then a Game Pass its own subscription that they're gonna push.
Okay. What's Game Pass by itself, not Game Pass Ultimate at right now?
I think this is Game Pass. It's like $10, which is just the Game Pass on the consoles. But if you pay the $5 extra
That's
for the
more
Ultimate,
PC. Yeah.
you get the PC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like $10.
I'm curious to see what the future holds for Xbox, and I'm on the journey with them. I'm hopeful that everything works out in the end. I'm excited to see what they have for the August showcase that they announced. They only showed
Perfect.
off. Yeah, I'm really hoping for the Perfect Dark. They only showed off. I think they said 9 out of the 15 game studios.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's 6 game studios that you got left. With, I want to know what the initiative is up to. Quadruple A. That should have been your first trailer.
Maybe they'll show that off right before the price announcement.
When do you think they're?
Yeah, I could see
Do we
that.
know what? Do we know what type of a game Initiative is working on, other than whatever quadruple A means?